Hey ladies, this is Senior Sales Director Joellen Bear, and I want to have a conversation about one of the most important parts of your Mary Kay business, and that's holding appointments, sharing our products. So ladies, bookings are really and truly the lifeline of your business. And so if you look at your planner and you don't have bookings, then your business is working its way out of business. You really want to focus on sharing our products and building relationships with people. I often will say that a Mary Kay business is all about faces and relationships, faces and relationships. And that's really what it boils down to. Take away all and keep it simple. It's faces and relationships. So I have some tools and some things that have helped my unit and my offspring's units with their party to really simplify it down and to feel like they have what they need, even as a brand new consultant, to walk into a party and just blow it out of the water. And so I wanted to share some of those tools today. These are not all my ideas by any stretch. These are things that we have borrowed from other directors and that we maybe tweaked a little bit. And then this is what we do at our own parties. And so therefore, I wanted to do this training so you could just know the back behind the scenes of what has helped to tweak parties in my unit to make them be more effective and to get more bang for your buck. So when you have, and I'm saying parties, but this applies to a facial, a double facial, or, any group appointment, 3 or more. So you could use, well, I do use all of these tools at those appointments. So let's start with a brand new customer, and she's coming in, she's bringing 3 of her friends, so she's going to be a hostess for you. And I'll talk about hostess plans in just a few minutes, but they come in and, in my party book that we've created, it really goes over pictures of how to set up, what you need. I mean, all of that is in the party book that we created years ago, and we just updated it recently. So I am all set up when they arrive, or if I'm going to their house, then I go 30 to 45 minutes early so I can be set up and ready before people begin to arrive. Everyone will fill out a customer profile card. And so here's the company customer profile card. And what I love about it is that if I circle large looking pores, if I open this, that same box tells me what to recommend. So if I'm brand new and I just have no idea about our product line yet, no worries. I mean, you'll learn that, but this will help you to be able to service a customer and know even what the best thing to recommend. So I love the company profile card because it does have that carbon copy and gives you some answers. So we created a profile card that mirrors the company's. And the reason that we did that is because we wanted to add a few other things. So we have their foundation shade here. We have A, B, or C's. So when we are sharing the Mary Kay opportunity, we have guests rate themselves A, B, or C. So that's already on there so that they can just circle it. And then at the bottom down here, there is a 1, 2, and 3. And that's how we do our table close. They can check one of those, and then, their wish list. So there's just some things that really catered this profile card to us and how we do the party. And it helps me to not forget things too when it's right there. But the company profile card is great. I mean, anything of our companies is awesome. But this is what I personally use, this profile card. So I have them sit down and immediately begin to fill that out. And that way they are giving me just information about themselves. I'm talking to them. I am shade matching their foundation. I am, getting to know them a little bit as they are arriving and beginning to fill out that profile card. Now, if I've gotten enough information from pre-profiling, sometimes I'll go ahead and start the profile card and I'll just tell them to fill in what's not yet been filled in. But either way, they're going to fill out those profile cards and get shade matched first thing. So in this book, it really talks about everything that you need to know. So supplies for your party, get ready to party pictures and what to do even before the party begins. And then, demo the list of demo products that we use at the party that is in this book. And one of the things I love about the party book is that it doesn't just highlight the Miracle Set, which is what most of my girls are using for demo at their appointments. So we have obviously other skincare lines, but for the most part, the 3D set is what they're demoing. But we've added in some other things too. So the charcoal mask, the moisture renewing gel mask, the facial peel. We're using all parts of the body, so hands and faces and necks, to really get all of these products in so that they can try them. Because what I find is the more they get to try, the more they want to buy. And it just makes either their order list larger or their wish list larger. Plus it makes them feel, special. They're not just getting to try one thing, they're getting to try several things that work together beautifully. So in the party book, we get started, we welcome them, we do the intro, and we get started right away on sharing products. And you can see all of this when you look at the party book. So as I'm going through this party though, sometimes when I'm talking about a product, I like to show before and after pictures. So here is the charcoal mask. But what I found is that when I'm standing at the table, when I'm doing a party, and I'm having to pass this around, it just makes my parties take longer. So we created all of the pictures that are in here that I would want to show a customer. We created individuals of them. So before I begin talking about them, I go ahead and start the picture to pass around so that they are looking at it while I'm talking. So if they're auditory, I got them. If they're visual, I got them, right? These are very handy. And I just keep them laminated so they don't get all crumpled up, right? So I do that throughout the party. Okay, so I go through, we do some foundations, if you're doing CC cream or the new 3D foundations, whatever you have going on. So then we get to, we do the end of the Miracle Set 3D, and we just have them look in the mirror. We talk about the results they can expect and the percentages of the trials that were done. And then I do a plant a seed for being a hostess and some of the hostess benefits. And I will tell you that I have 2 hostess plans in my party book. One of them is $100 free, so they can choose the $100 free, and they can, work on the categories to be able to get the most bang for their buck. But my other hostess plan is called the 80 for 40. And I cannot take credit for this. I definitely did not create it. As I understand, it came from Mary Catherine King, who is a very successful top director in Mary Kay. And I had a friend of mine reach out and ask if I had tried it. And so here's what I love about it. The 80 for 40 is a hostess plan that can only be used at an appointment. So it's not something that if I'm calling up a friend from church and wanting her to be a hostess for me, I can't offer it at that. That's when I use my $100 free. But if I am booking a person who is at a current appointment to have a future appointment with me, I use the 80 for 40. So I say in my party several times that today you'll be able to activate a $40 gift card, and I'll tell you more about that later. So I plant seeds about this $40 that they can get today. And, their ears perk up. You can see the ones who, love a deal and love what they're, love to get the most bang for their buck. You kind of see them like, okay, yeah. So I'm just planting seeds. But when I get to this point in the party book, I tell them, so today, like I said, you'll have an opportunity to activate a $40 gift card with any $80 or more purchase. And so, but you get that off of your order today. And, if you go in to the witness protection program, or let's just say you win the lottery and you're not interested in earning the free stuff from me, no worries. I'll just get that $40 from you. So I really give the overview of this hostess program. So if they are writing a check for their order, I figure the whole thing and then I subtract $40 even, and whatever's remaining, they write a check for that. And then I have them write a separate check for $40. And I reiterate in the individual close, like I said, if you win the lottery or go into witness protection, I'll reach out to you. But if we don't hold the party, then I'll just deposit this. Sound fair? And they're always like, oh yeah. Now, if they give me a credit card for their order, then on the sales ticket, I write the amount that after the $40 has been separated out, like I write it over kind of to the side, and then I write $40 and I have them initial both, or sign both rather. And it just has helped me to to feel like I'm crossing my T's and dotting my I's. But here's the thing that I think is so powerful about this hostess plan, you guys. So my hostess plan that's $100 free, and I've done the $200 for free for many years, that is something that they might get. That is something that is kind of off in the distance, like maybe, maybe not, right? Like it's not something that they possess yet. And what do they say? Possession is 9/10 of the law, right? With this 40 for 80, they've already gotten the 40. And the 40 would have to be taken away from them. They already possess the 40. And so they've already gotten the reward, part of the reward for being a hostess. And so I think that's what the mind shift and why this has been working so well for my future bookings. They're holding just the best hold rate I've ever had, because these hostesses have already gotten part of their hostess reward and benefit. It is a total mind shift. And I'm just telling you, it has worked wonders. I have been doing this for about 3.5 months now, and I'm super pleased. So I can't encourage you enough to try it. I was thinking that I had a printout of it, but I actually do not. But I will tell you where to get all of these things. So that's the hostess plan, and that's kind of where I really plant a seed of, and I don't go over both. At my appointments, I only go over the 80 for 40. The 100 one is in here in case somebody else wants to use it at their regular appointments. Or if they just, it's all in one place. And that way, if they are on the phone with someone, they can look at it and tell them, how they could earn that $100 for free. Okay. So after that, we do our referral game. We call it the Fabulous Game. And I love it because it is just a way for her to either make her guest list and be rewarded for it, for doing it right then, or to make a list of people that she's referring. And, it is one of those things that it has been a great way to really make the most of my parties and get to meet more people than who are actually there. Okay. So, this is my Fabulous Game sheet, and this is a half sheet of paper. So you get 2 of these per. I do run these in color. And the main reason is because I know when I get something that's color, I don't know, it just feels better, feels different. I'm like, ooh, it's in color, and it's on cardstock, which is really for my benefit so that they stay nice and crisp as I'm working with these names and numbers, right? But to the side, there's some bonuses for them, because if I'm going to ask somebody for something, I'm going to offer them something back. So with 5 names and numbers, they get a ticket, and I'm giving tickets all throughout my party. And I have full-size products, which I use like discontinued stuff or things that we don't have in our line, discontinued, and like past limited edition, things like that. So if they do 5, they get 1 ticket. If they do 10 names and numbers, they get 3 tickets and a half price mascara, remover, or gloss. And that gets people's attention. It really does. And then if they fill out the entire page, all 20 names and numbers, they get 5 tickets and a free mascara, remover, or gloss. And what I have found is when I'm getting those 20 plus names and I'm giving them, a mascara remover or lip gloss that cost me between $7.50 and $9, I just got 20 names. And when you think about what you would pay if you could get 20 names, I would imagine it's probably more than $9. So it is, to me, such a great way to bless her for sharing her friends and family. So this just makes it super easy and cute too. And, our wording on that to me is very special. And I would definitely check that out in the party book, because it does talk about that today you're going to be giving away some Mary Kay gift cards and beauty experiences. You can give away as many as you want. So I'm not saying I want the names of your friends and family. I'm offering a gift card that they get to gift, but I get to honor it. So anyway, look at the wording on here, because I think it is really fine-tuned and really gets some great results. Then we play the purse game. And in the purse game, we are sharing a bit about our marketing information. And we go over some letters and have them pull things out of their purse. And to me, before I learned the purse game, I was really just like throwing up Mary Kay facts and things that I love about my business. But what I find is that people aren't always listening to that. You know what I'm saying? And when they're actively engaged, it is pulling in other senses so they are more likely to participate, if that makes sense. So after I do the referral game, I have them rate themselves. So they're an A if they're thinking, yes, absolutely. I spent $100 at Target. It didn't change my life and it didn't make me money. I'm ready to buy my kit today. A B is, yes, I like some things you've said. You've piqued my interest. I didn't come here to learn about a business, but there's some things that have piqued my interest, or I have some questions. You're a B, yes, but. And you're a C if you could never, ever see yourself in a million years doing Mary Kay. You'd really rather eat dirt than ever do that. You're a C, and you're going to be a spoiled, rotten customer. And that's why I have this A, B, and C right here. Because I just say at the top of the page, just circle your letter. As opposed to write A, B, or C. And they're like, where do I write it? What, it just has, the systems really have helped to make things much more streamlined. So then we do our table close. And I at the table close, I talk about the things that I have for where they can get some deals. So in my table close, this is all retail prices. Where they get their bonuses is shopping in bulk. So it's kind of the difference in going to Walmart and buying a few things or going to Sam's and buying more but getting a discount. I also have some favorites on the back, and my favorite part of this is the starter kit because I want to keep that top of mind awareness. I want them to think about starting this business and looking at what comes in it versus what they could buy. Now, I talk about, we don't want kidnappers. We do really want consultants who at least want to build a small group of customers and get the discount for themselves. So, but I do like to point it out at the end because they've forgotten about it from earlier in the party. And then I close my table close by asking 3 questions that they answer. And those 3 questions are what I use in my individual close. So after I do the table close, you always want to step away and take that person, whether it's like in the corner or on the couch or to another room, but you want to take her away from the group. I've just found that money is a really private matter and people aren't always excited about saying they can't afford something or if they know their best friend next to them just does not have any money or she has lots of money troubles, but they have lots of money. Sometimes they won't buy because they don't want to hurt the best friend's feelings. Do you know what I'm saying? Money's just private. So I have, for 12 years in my business, I have pulled people to the side and it has always served me really well. It's also helping me to build that, to solidify the relationship and to really just have some individual time with her, especially if it was a party. So I do the individual close, and the individual close, I'm asking you, did you have a good time? How does your skin feel? What was your favorite part of the miracle set? And then I get to, I see you put, if money were no object, you would want to take home blank today, but you know your situation better than I do. What would you like to leave with today? So I kind of just am quiet at that point. And I will tell you there's 2 ways as she's ordering that. Well, there's lots of ways, but there's 2 ways that I'm going to recommend that you are taking her order. Actually 3. Well, no, 2, I think. Yeah. So this is our company order form. And I love this order form. It's great. It has 3 copies on it. So it gives you plenty of space or plenty of copies that she can take the one home with her order. And let's say you didn't have a mascara and you got to get that to her. So then the second copy could be, like on the second copy, you'd highlight it and then deliver it with that mascara. And the third copy, of course, would be for you. Or any order of that. You don't have to do in that order. But 3 copies, I think, is very helpful to have that. So I do love those. But I will tell you at my parties, because I have this amazing set sheet that several of us combined efforts on and really worked to get exactly what we wanted for our units. We also created an order form. So I was going to give credit to people anyway, just my tribe of directors who I get the privilege to get to work with. So when we created the close sheet, then later we created this order form, and it just has simplified the sales part of the table close, of course, or individual close rather. That's what we do first. But if I'm trying to write all that out and there's deals and discounts, I've just found this order sheet has simplified that time and really has made my individual closes last much less time. So just keep that in mind. That order sheet is very helpful. Now, the lookbook, my people don't get a lookbook at the party. This close sheet is so excellent. I don't even use lookbooks anymore. I literally give them a close sheet, and I like to laminate them and then give them a dry erase so they can circle and make notes on there, and then I can just wipe them off later. They get the lookbook with their order when they're leaving. So when I put their order together, I will put a lookbook in there. And then if they don't buy anything, I love on them. I'm trying to book them for an appointment or whatever, but I ask them, would you like a catalog to take home? But I'm not using the lookbooks in my appointments at all. It's so freeing. I love it. But I had to get a set sheet that I felt like was all encompassing of what I was doing at a party. And this it's perfect. It perfectly does that. So in the back of the party book, there's some other information, skincare terms, and a little more information about each skincare set, some before and after, some other type pictures. And on the very last page is the new foundation chart, and with our new 3D foundations. And so this is great to have for reference so that you can know, once you know their 3D time-wise color, you know everything else. Concealer, pressed powder, mineral powder, all of that good stuff. And so, ladies, I hope this has been helpful. I can't encourage you enough. Go to joellenbare.com, JOELLENBARE.com. Password is the word dream, all lowercase. And then you'll want to click on what do I need to hold an appointment. And all of these PDFs are on that section of my website. And I hope this blesses you. Have a great day.